All right, Shalom. Want to start by saying, call law, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach his truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, so I just came across this article because I was actually talking to my boss. Because, around a couple of things along the line of, World War III, and also, I do quote unquote medical transportation, and basically, you had Donald Trump talking about getting rid of Medicaid. Now, ironically, the people I drive, a lot of those people they're on Medicaid. Medicare is like a insurance for low income people. Basically, a lot of jakes, but really it's everybody. You know what I'm saying? But basically low income earners, a lot of people that's on disabilities or Social Security or things of that nature. Basically, like, people that don't work. All right. A lot of those people are on Medicaid, and he's talking about getting rid of all that. But when you really think about the totality of these devils, when they talk about getting rid of stuff and doing all these things, yeah, they're going to get rid of it. But you got to understand something. They're going to replace this with something, because it's not just going to be, we get firing all these government employees, we doing all this and the third, and then you just go off in the sunset. No, there's going to be something to where, like, it's basically a one word, basically the NWO. And part of the NWO is going to be what? The UBI, the Universal Basic Income, which is going to be something how people are not working but still getting paid. All right. So right now, what they're doing is they're chopping away all these jobs. They're basically, crashing this economy, or about to crash this economy, and they're going to usher in this new system. That's the plan. All right. So here in this article, as the title reads, it says, "I don't think we're going to have a choice." And this is quoted. This is actual direct quote from Elon Musk. All right. A man that happens to be in the presidential cabinet. Now, ironically, this guy, Elon Musk, now he's saying that we don't have much of a choice of it, but he's the one, his whole Doge thing, the Doge, whatever it's called, his whole Doge thing is bringing on firings. He's the one talking about getting rid of all these people and trimming down the fat, basically. All right? Whether it be in government or whatever. So it's like you're saying, like, oh, you want people to not feel useless, then and third, but yet you're the one bringing the carnage. You're the one bringing on this new system. You're the one talking about AI this, AI that, and universal basic income that, and crypto this. You're the one talking about it. You and your flunky Trump. All right. But this is from Yahoo Finance, and it says, "I don't think we're going to have a choice. Elon Musk predicts universal basic income will eventually be high, but fears people will feel useless." Now, I think I did an article on this same topic. I don't know if I'm saying this, but this is a new article. And if they're reiterating what he said in 2017, that's going to show how closer we are to them actually just ushering it out to the masses. And then ultimately what's going to come after that? The MOTB. All right? But let me get right into the article. It says if you've recently grabbed a coffee at a kiosk without speaking to anyone, or scanned your grocery without a cashier, you're already experiencing the quiet revolution of automation. You're already witnessing the quiet revolution of automation. It says what? Quiet revolution, right? Quiet revolution. It says, it might seem minor now, but according to Elon Musk, now who is Elon Musk? As of the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter, and the Tesla, he's also what? In Donald Trump's cabinet. This little new, whatever the fuck it's called, that Doge shit. So it says, according to Elon Musk, it said it might seem minor, but according to Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, CEO of Tesla, and owner of X, these small shifts are just the start. He said these small shifts are just the start. And not even that small. But you're having a lot of small shifts happen very quickly and consistently, all right? It says, back in 2017 at the World Government Summit, Musk famously said about universal basic income, "I don't think we're going to have a choice." It wasn't a political stance or even his personal preference. It was Musk realistically predicting the future. With artificial intelligence becoming increasingly advanced, which we're seeing right now, it says he sees a world where jobs traditionally done by humans rapidly vanish. Jobs done by humans rapidly vanish. What's happening right now that they've been Trump has been inaugurated in office. Jobs are vanishing. Jobs done by humans are vanishing rapidly. You see how that works? Here it is. Did he predict it, or he knew what it was about to do? Because these dudes, this guy is an insider, man. He might not be. I don't know how much closer lineage wise he is to the elites, but this guy is definitely an insider and definitely is ahead of the game. So if he said that in 2017, which is what, almost 10 years ago, and now ironically this guy is Trump's the president's man, president's ace boon coon. What's up with that? He wasn't predicting no future. This is already set up, and he was already in on it. So was Trump, so was Biden. They all in on it. All these leaders, you think that they all know? Well, majority of them all know. They know something. It says, but fast forward a few years, Musk's vision has evolved. During an appearance at the 2024 Viva Tech conference in Paris, he didn't just double down on universal income, he took it further. Musk now anticipates a scenario where society doesn't settle for basic income, but instead adopts something far more ambitious, a high universal income. It says in the Benin scenario, probably none of us will have a job. Now I remember him saying that. I don't know if it's the 2017 one or the 2024 one, but he could have said it both times. He said none of us will have a job. None of us will have a job. What is that also tied? Oh, let's get that in the scriptures real quick. Oops, no, I'm gonna go to that. Going to the book, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And it reads, now if I'm going to read that in NLT, now I read both. So King James, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3, it says, "In a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened." But when you go into NLT, it says, "Remember him before your legs, the guards of your house start to tremble, and before your shoulders the strong men stoop. Remember him before your teeth. Your few remaining servants stop grinding, and before your eyes the women looking through the window see dimly." So what? It says the grinding shall cease, because there are few. You have right now a bunch of firings going on within the U.S. government as we speak. And not even firings, they're basically on some they're trying to get it on some what's that? They're trying to what are they saying? They're basically trying to they're basically kind of pushing people to quit, because they came to and said, look, if you Elon Musk, I believe it was Elon Musk, he said that to these government employees that they have to report their progress in their work week or whatever like that, or their work day or something like that, right? All right. And he said that if you don't respond, then it's going to be considered your resignation. That's what they said. This is real time. This is a couple days ago. So this is fresh. This is trending topic. They said if you don't report your progress within the week or within your workday, and if you don't respond, it'll be basically that'll be your resignation. And you had this guy to Kosh Patel, whatever Trump set him up to be, said, yo, don't even respond to it. So is that Satan's house divided or what? Here it is, you have a newly, whatever you call it, to Trump's cabinet, telling people not to respond to Elon Musk's email. But then I think they doubled down, I think they backtracked and said that, oh, you have to respond now. And basically a lot of people were confused. A lot of people were upset. And now you got Elon Musk getting death threats. You had a guy, brother, just posted in our group chat, some guy just attempted to blow up a Tesla dealership. This is all real time. This is scriptures. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, man. And right now, Elon Musk is the prince, because he's at the top and he's calling the shots. And then you have Trump basically being his yes man. But anyway, going back to the article. Matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 4 of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 in the NLT. It says, remember him before the door to life. Remember him before the door to life's opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. That's what's happening right now. The sound of work is fading. It says, now you rise at the first chirping of the birds, but then all their sounds will grow faint. It's gonna get real dire right here. And it said what? What it says? It says, remember him before the door to life's opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. The sound of work fades. And they're feeling that right now in the US government. Well, a nice percentage of it. And it's not just the US government. You got all these places, man. You got a bunch of places letting go people. A bunch of places, a bunch of companies being put out of business. All right? But now back to the article. There will be no shortage of goods or services. And that's Elon Musk talk about that universal high income. All right, he says that shift from basic to high universal income is critical. Musk believes that AI and automation will drive down the cost of goods and dramatically boost productivity, creating abundance. Now remember that strike? Well, it was like for a day. That strike they had over there in was going with the ports. That shit. It said it was wages was a part of it, but mostly it was due to what? Automation. Which means what? Having AI do the shit. And that's what they're going to have to start doing. They're going to have AI start, the AIs have, remember it said, what it said? It said, I think it said, a silent revolution? A quiet revolution of automation. That's all involving this AI, the digital currency. They're making everything digital. Yeah, so going back to the article, it says that shift from basic to high universal income is critical. Musk believes that AI and automation will drive down the cost of goods and dramatically boost productivity, creating abundance. In other words, everyone will be theoretically have access to whatever they need, and poverty, as we know, it could dramatically diminish. So that's drawing see, and that's going to cause the rich, not the super rich, but the people that work so hard to get businesses and all that shit, just to be bumped down and be equal to the people that might have worked for you. It says, in poverty, as we know, could dramatically diminish. Poverty. But what's going to come along with that, though? Yeah, they'll have their universal basic income where you have a direct deposit, but how you going to be able to sustain it after a while? They're going to say what? You're going to have to get this RFID micro C-hip. And that's really what this is gearing up for. Everyone to be C-hipped. That's what this is all about. Remember, this is prophecy. And that's how the Lord has them fulfilling his prophecy. It's having them do it. He calls them, oh, hold on, let's get it. Because the universal, hold up, what does the word universal mean? Let's see what they got in etymology. So you have universal says pertaining to or characteristic of the whole something specified, which is everybody, which is the people. And it says occurring everywhere, affecting the whole world or cosmos. But you see that it says occurring everywhere. What does the scripture say? He calls them all. All who? All the humans on the earth. How else are you going to be able to bring out the micro C for everybody? Kill this system and have a universal system. And it's going to be called what? Universal basic income. And everything else be controlled and run by AI. That's where we're coming in. Let's get that real quick. Hold up. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And it reads, I'm reading that in NLT. It says, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave. So what? We're slaves, man. Because we're not calling the shots. We're all slaves. It says to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. Palm payments, brain C-hips. Who's one of the people behind this brain C-hips? Elon Musk. The whole Neuralink. The first brain C-hip in someone. I believe they had what? I think there's 3 people might be in total now. In verse 17, it says, and no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. Verse 18, it says, wisdom is needed here. Let the one with understanding solve the meaning of the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Satan. And who is the human counterpart of Satan? Esau. Who's ruling on the earth right now? Esau. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Putin, the elites, NATO, EU. Those are all Edomites. And who's at the bottom? Jacob, Israel, the real Israelites. They're at the bottom. And he said he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave. So it don't matter what status you have if you're not part of the elites. He's going to cause them all. He's going to require all. If you want to buy and sell, it said, but here's the catch. Musk sees another serious problem emerging, and it's not economic, it's psychological. It says, will automation leave us feeling useless? But you must not really care because you're chopping away at your own government. Well, the U.S. government that you're supposedly a figure of. And all these other companies, they're going to follow suit too because AI is going to take over the world. I just got an alert on my phone about from Times of India where they talk about one of them Indian motherfuckers. They're doing something with the AI, with the shift towards the AI. So this is something that they're about to do. They're not trying. They're about to do it. All right. So it says, as appealing as abundant income might sound, Musk is concerned about the meaning we draw from our work. In a future where robots and AI systems outperform us at almost everything, he worries about human dignity, identity, and fulfillment. Man, no, he don't. That just sounds good, man. That sounds like something a publicist would say. He don't give a fuck. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, they don't give a fuck. They all they care about is doing the bidding of the elites because they're a little bit under the elites. And that's how they keep their chicken. Care about the dignity and people if they feel useless. Well, when the fuck did a billionaire, especially an Edomite billionaire, give a fuck about how the people felt and if they felt useless or not? He's blowing smoke, man. It says the harder challenge is how do people then have meaning? Musk said, if you're not needed, if there's not a need for your labor, how do you find meaning? Do you feel useless? It's a troubling question. Employment for most people isn't just about money, it's about self-worth. No, it's about money. For the most part, it's about money, man. Fuck all that self-worth shit, man. Nobody wants to work, and they know that. They know that nobody wants to work. See, they're playing that psychological game. They know nobody wants to work, and they know that everything's getting super expensive. People don't have enough money to do things, so they say, well, we're going to have this new universal basic income. And then ultimately, you're going to have to what? Get this MOTB. That's it. It's not that hard. It's quite simple how they're doing it. They're doing away with the old and bringing in the new. So they got to get rid of these jobs. They got to get rid of these businesses. They got to close these businesses down. They're getting people used to this AI being used for some silly shit. Then it's going to be used for the masses. You already got people that have to see it voluntarily, but soon it's going to be not voluntarily. It's going to be mandatory, just like they did with the jab. All right. It says it's about self-worth, social connections, and personal growth. Losing this could create a crisis of meaning, even in a world of abundance. It says AI and the future of work. It says, despite these deep concerns, Musk is largely optimistic about AI's impact. I think the Benin scenario is probably the most likely, probably 80% likely if you ask my opinion. He said, everyone will have access to as much as in the way of goods and services as they would like. So why would somebody give a fuck about working? People don't want to go to work now as it is. I'm at work right now. I don't want to be here. And I can tell you that whole little test when they did with COVID, well, excuse me, with the C-19, when they had the stimulus checks going out, and they talk about another round of stimulus checks, I think got approved with the Trump and all that, the checks, not stimulus, but whatever that's called. So they try and when did the C-19 happen? Around this time of year, in 2020, late February. Well, I think maybe like even late January, but definitely mid to late February, and then March, late to March, and then the whole year after that, there was a whole lockdown, all that stuff. And then all in that meantime, before that, he would talk about universal basic income. And then when the lockdown happened, the C-19 lockdown happened, you had what? Them getting ready for the quiet revolution. That's what it was, the quiet revolution. And now they're making noise about it because now they have everything in place just about. It says his vision of the future workplace is similarly bold. Work won't vanish altogether, but it will be optional. Musk describes a world where working becomes more of a hobby or passion project than a necessity. Long term, any job that somebody does will be optional. If you want to do a job as kind of like a hobby, you can do a job, but otherwise, the AI and the robots will provide any goods and services you want. There we go right there. The AI and the robots will provide any services that you want. That's just like what happened to iRobot. All them futuristic movies, the Jetsons, the old-ass cartoon, the Jetsons. That's the whole article. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Hold it. It says, could your career soon become optional? It says, whether you're on board with Musk's predictions or skeptical, it's clear AI is already causing real disruption in the workplace. According to a Brookings Institution report, last fall, more than 30% of all workers could soon find at least half of their current job tasks taken over by generative AI. And it's not just about job security. Workers are feeling the strain in other ways too. A Grant Thornton study last year found that 32% of employees reported their mental well-being worsened in the past year, while 30% saw improvement and 38% remained about the same. So they're already doing the tests. They're already doing all the tests. They're doing all that already. You already have them trying to do they already have the pilot program for universal basic income. So it's not just something they just starting now. This has already been in the works. This has already been in the talks. Elon Musk was talking about it in 2017. That's 3 years before the C-19. So that means it came up before even that year, which was 2017. And remember, even before anything, YAHAWASHI, the Lord declared the end from the beginning. And we're now at the end. This is the end of Esau's kingdom. Once he bringing all this shit with his system, the beast system, the NWO, that's it right here. That's it. This is it right here. They're bringing, and this dude is in the presidential cabinet right now, man. He's right beside Donald Trump, the president. He was saying this before. Well, he said this during Trump's first term, I believe. Yeah, if that was 2017, I believe Trump became president in 2016. So that whole those few years, they was all getting ready for where we're at right now. And they said by 2039, cash is gonna be used close to 0%. And this is where we're at, real time. This is right here. This article is from today. It says Musk's statements underline something profound. The conversation about AI and automation isn't simply about economics. It's about human purpose, identity, and what we value beyond money. But people don't value much beyond money, man. People, all they care about in this world is money. Just like Esau. For the love of money is the root of all evil. These devils care nothing but about money, man. They ain't got shit else. They don't have salt. They don't have no spiritualness. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. So all they have is their money. That's Esau's kingdom. Money and his weapons. And what did the Lord say about trusting in your might and your riches? Hold up. Matter of fact, I'm finish this article real quick. And it says, as we move into this uncertain automated future, but there is a certain future, they're about to do it. Man, they knew from jump they was going to do this, man. And so it says, as we move into this uncertain automated future, Musk's message is clear. Universal income, perhaps a high universal income, might soon be inevitable. But the real challenge might not be figuring out how to pay for it. Instead, we may have to find entirely new ways of defining our worth in a world where machines do almost everything for us. And what? This machine world, the rise of machines. This is Elon Musk. This man is the man that's talking about firing, that's leading the forefront with firing all these government employees. But you talk about you care about people's dignity and their work, but you're firing people. You could just not fire people. Do you really think about it? But no, this is an agenda. This is a plan, and ultimately, it's the Lord's will. This is going to bring in the MOTB, which I just read in Revelation 13th chapter. The grind is ceasing, Ecclesiastes the 12th chapter. As the sound of work fades in the NLT, it says the sound of work fades. Think about it. They said they were trying to get rid of what, 8% of the workforce in the government. So who's going to take over those jobs? Who's going to take over the goods and services? He just said AI and the robots. Just like in the movies, man. We're living in a movie. I think that was pretty much it on the article. Yep. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to that. Because you gotta remember, if they're firing, remember, they're firing all these government employees, right? They're like, you get basically getting your walking papers. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4, and it says, remember him before remember him before the door to life's opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. And that's been happening for years. Actually, it didn't just start now. You have businesses closing left and right since 2020. It's a whole retail apocalypse that's already been taking place. The death of brick and mortar stores, the rise of online shopping, digital currency, CBDC, cashless society, cashless payments, palm payments, QV or QR, scan. You go to a restaurant, you don't get a menu no more. You got to scan it on your phone. Everybody used to getting scanned. Everybody used to not carrying cash. All these things, it's real time. This is happening right now. But yeah, man, that was it though. I got to get back to work. But with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.